they did in the tournament this year. Gonzaga's kind of viewed like that team that has a good, solid team. They always dominate their conference. They always make it to the tournament, but then they'll have a letdown. A letdown in relative terms based on their record that year. This year they were 36-1, so they handled their business. Kansas is kind of like every year Kansas is expected to possibly vie for a national championship. Every year it seems like they're number one seed, and outside of the year where they beat Memphis, which is probably 8-9 years ago, I think Derrick Rose was on that team. Outside of the year they beat Memphis and won the national championship, and who was on that team? Mario Chalmers was on that team. You remember I hated stinking Mario Chalmers. Mario Chalmers was on that team. Outside of that year, they're usually a disappointment, and this year is no different. Yeah. From DJ Queen, she says, no Big L. Nunu doing that Saturday. I am doing Laugh Aloud, Mo D, DMC, LL, Cool J, Houdini. So DJ Queen does a show on Spreaker.com. So shouts out to DJ Queen. From White Ball, Texas Tie, X Squad. Watch that UCLA-Kentucky game. Ball is all right, but his passes are the best part of his game. Yeah, so UCLA goes down to Kentucky this past weekend, and the kid for Kentucky goes for 39 on Lonzo Ball. But you know what, man? If you watch that game, Lonzo Ball is a player. I don't know if you watch him play. Maybe that's the first time you really paid attention to watch him play, and you say, "Oh, what's the big deal about this guy? He's not that good." No, he is that good. He is that good. Discussion on social media about Lonzo Ball, and a lot of people hadn't paid attention to him and watched him this weekend. One friend of mine was like, man, but his shot is so ugly looking. His shot is kind of awkward, but it goes down. Like, he, at this point in the comparison, as always, to him and Jason Kidd, as far as a shooter right now, he's a better shooter right now at this point in his career than Jason Kidd was at that point in his career in college basketball when he played at Cal or whatever. So the Ball kid, I mean, they lost. He gave up a ton of points to the kid from Kentucky, but I don't think anybody's mind, I don't think GM's minds, teams' minds are going to change anything or at all about the prospect of Lonzo Ball in the NBA. That kid can play. He's going to be just fine. He's going to be just fine. De'Aaron Fox went for 39 on him. Was it 40? Or no, I think it was 39. De'Aaron Fox went for 39 on him. He's an absolute baller. So he's going to have a decision to make whether he's going to go to the NBA or not. But, yeah, it was kind of like De'Aaron Fox played with a chip on his shoulder. Like, everybody talking about this Ball kid. He came out, man, and he was on fire. He hit each and everything that, all of the shots basically from all over the place, from three, going to the basket, had a phenomenal game. Definitely increased his stock. I expect him to come out. Hell, every player from Kentucky since Calipari's been there comes out early. So I expect him to come out. But he had a big game. Can't take it away from him. But that Lonzo Ball kid is the real deal, Can pass the ball, probably his strong suit once again. Can shoot the ball. Can he get his shot off? Can he get his jump shot off in the NBA with that motion that he makes? Time will tell. But I don't think that's going to detract teams from wanting to draft him and have him play on their team. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. From, who do we got? The Oco Sigma. Doug, if it's an all-Carolina finals, it should be a loser leave town match. I don't think they can actually leave town. I don't think they can secede from the U.S. But that would be great. That would be phenomenal. I mentioned earlier how there's never been a state that had all three of the major sports be reigning national champions. So that's an interesting storyline as well. But another interesting storyline is just the fact that North Carolina and South Carolina, if they can match up against each other in the national championship game, once again, bordering states, That would be phenomenal. That would be a beautiful thing. College basketball fans from the Carolinas, man, could die and go home. Oh, man. That would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal, man, for Carolina. Both Carolinas to play against each other. North Carolina always talk about they're the real Carolina, whatever. I mean, that would be great. That would be phenomenal. I think North Carolina's going to make it. Most of you probably believe at this point North Carolina's going to beat Oregon. In the Gonzaga, South Carolina game, I think it's a toss-up. I don't think South Carolina's going to embarrass themselves. They made it to this point for a reason. They beat 4 very good teams, okay? 3 definitely. They've beaten 3 very good teams to make it to this Final Four. Why would you think that it's a fluke? Like, for you to think that it's a fluke, man, I think you're doing a disservice to the Gamecocks and how great they played. From Tiffany Sports and Heels. Hey, Tiffany Sports and Heels. Oh, don't act like that. Don't act like that. Don't act like that. Hey, Tiffany, me and Tiffany friends. She says, South Carolina women's team have been competitive in the last couple of years, but they women, so Doug don't care at all. Wait a minute. That's not true. See, this is where I get a bad reputation as far as gender and women's sports. This is a bad rap. I root for all South Carolina teams, men or women's. Shouts out to the Lady Gamecocks who are in the Final Four. I do know that. They're in the Final Four. Shouts out to their head coach, the great Dawn Staley. You do me so wrong, Tiffany. You do me so wrong, Tiffany. So shouts out to Dawn Staley and the Carolina Gamecocks, who I think their Final Four game is tonight. Okay, so shouts out to them. But we all know that they don't have a chance in hell against UConn. I mean, let's just be honest about that. Like, their chances of beating UConn are actually probably not as good as South Carolina men in winning the national championship. That's right. Right. With North Carolina, Gonzaga, and Oregon still remaining, I would say the odds that the men win a national championship are better than the women, who have been good for a lot of years under Dawn Staley. They sell out, man, basketball games for USC women's basketball, But you know they're not going to beat UConn in the finals. If they make it to the finals, you know they're not going to beat UConn in the finals. Now, wait a minute. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them, but let's just be honest. From Rough Buff, Doug, they're on the Elite 8. And if they win tonight, then they will make the Final Four. Oh, Tiffany Sports and Heels. Women's Final Four is not till Friday. Shaking my head. Well, damn. What do you do? Hey, listen, Tiffany. I mean, you can't blame me. I'm so wrapped up in the men's tournament that I didn't know exactly when the damn game was going to happen. I apologize. I mean, but what are you going to do? Shut up! You ain't watching that ish neither. Not a lot of y'all not watching it either. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm rooting for the Lady Gamecocks, but damn, there's been a lot of men's basketball to watch. I'm more excited about the men's basketball, just like most of you are. Don't put me out there on this island by myself like I'm the only one. How many of y'all been paying attention to the women's basketball tournament? Huh? Tell the truth and shame the devil. What? Am I the only one? Don't act like that. I said this several times a day. Don't act like that. Don't act like I'm the only one. Don't make me out to be the bad guy. How many of y'all are really paying attention to the women's NCAA tournament? Be honest. But from Tiffany Sports and Heels, I follow the women's basketball Final Four is tonight. So what? What? From Corporate Brother, I'm more excited about the men, Doug Stewart. Man, you know what I mean. Don't try to twist my words around, bro. I'm sorry. From 9-0 the Wino, you are not the only one, sir. I can't watch the women do anything. Well, listen, I'm not going to go that far. I love watching women's tennis. I love watching women run track and field. The basketball, I guess it's an acquired taste. That doesn't make me a bad guy. I've said this before. I've acknowledged this before. And then when you add on top of it that really there's no chance in hell for anybody to beat UConn, what's the point? Shit! All I'm saying, man, is don't make me out to be the bad guy. I'm rooting for the South Carolina Lady Women's Gamecocks. Or however you say it. I'm rooting for the Lady Gamecocks. That's probably the best way to say it. I am rooting for the Lady Gamecocks. I'm just busy watching the men's tournament. And when I'm not watching the men's tournament and the women's tournament is on, I'm doing something else. Like flossing my teeth. Shut up! Right, I'm flossing my teeth or getting a haircut or something. Oh, wait, not that. I don't have any hair. Or I'm doing something else. All right, that's all. But go Lady Gamecocks. Let's just end this segment. Entertainment coming up next. Don't go away.
Just a way of life. It's just a way of life. What you like? What you want? What you like? It's on. Keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop. Rise high, sky's the limit. Keep your eyes open, never hoping, steady scoping. Looking for ways to get paid. Nothing's for joking. Like to laugh or mail, get your stuff, but you stand still and you couldn't believe that thoughts do achieve to bring reality. Most do work to get salary. Like hurt worse than battery in agony. Whatever gotta do, feed your family. World is a tragedy. You mixed up events and formalities. No flattery. All against the grain to ease pain. To suffer is short, so maintain what you want in your life. Get it, set goals and trends, set it. By no means let it lose sight, don't forget it. Bless the child, my words known poetic. Extremes to rep it. One life, love, I live it and blaze with vision. Laser maze, craze the rhythm, engage the mission. On my own post position, what you like, what you want, what you like. It's keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. What you like, what you want, what you like. It's keep it going. Keep working it and working it, working it and working it. Still don't stop, rise high, sky's the limit. Only made one when they made this. Blood, flesh and bone, all I got, all I'm gonna leave with before you make me jump ship or deep six. I release hits, make sure the rip, word common and spit, bust accurate. Chronicles of life, play your own risk. Life not a game, but each day bring a new twist. Handle this play calm, you're living it. See us set the stage for most who won't live. That glamorous, excitement, tight live. What you like, we still live in a world of tripe bids and shice kids. Nice kids and life bids. Streets part of the uniform, we set it on. Chemist to your apple pot, holes in your lawn. Sweetie shaking that ass for the cash you keep on. You're funny how things change, no harm to your game and it's get yours. All this work to get paid, some just made, some eternal just slave. Life is a stage where I praise to see the next day. Bless the child, you style and create. Chose for this.